In today's video, I want to introduce one of the best trend indicator on TradingView that perfectly displays trends on the price chart. If you're familiar with super trend indicator, this one, so you know that it's one of the most popular and commonly used indicator for identifying trends and any potential changes that may happen in the direction of trends. If you worked with this original version of super trend, so you know that it's sometimes too sensitive in the pullbacks, especially in deep pullbacks, and we have color changing while the market is trending. For example, on this chart, you can see that in these points we have color changing of super trend while the overall trend is down, and in practice the price continued its prior direction after these color changing of super trend. It's true that any trend will finally end and changing color of super trend will give us signal on reversal, but having color changing just in the middle of trends will cause to think that the trend is ending, so we may exit our position while it was just a pullback. There is another version of super trend that doesn't have this problem. For adding it to our chart, here we click on indicators and we search pivot point super trend, this one, which is an editor specs indicator, and it's written by someone named Lonesome the Blue. Alright, you can see that it's been added to our chart, this thicker line, which also comes with buy sell signals, as you can see on the chart. The buy sell signals are actually at the point of color changing where the candle breaks the line. This super trend is built based on pivot points, and you can clearly see that it has better performance in keeping us in the trend in compared to the original super trend. You can see that in times that the original super trend changes color in the pullbacks, this newer version of super trend, which is built based on pivot points, it doesn't change color, and it has the same settings of ATR length 10 and ATR factor 3. Because it's been built based on pivot points, it's became smoother, and so in the pullbacks it becomes flat, as you can see, while at the same time the original super trend changes color. Using both of them together can be a good strategy for entering in the direction of trends. While pivot point super trend is red and in the original super trend we have changing of color to green, it tells us that probably a pullback is happening in the market, and when it again turns to red, it's a good opportunity to enter a short position. So we can enter a short position here at this point, another short position here, another one here, moving on the chart, another opportunity here, and after that here when it changes to green it never came back to red, and after a while our pivot point super trend also turned to green, which shows a possible reversal in the market. We have the similar situation in uptrends. While the pivot point super trend is green and we get color changing of the original one to red and then again to green, which didn't happen here. Let me show you an example here, so you exactly know how it works. For example, here you can see that while our pivot point super trend is green, in the original super trend we got color changing to red and then again to green at this point, which provides a trading opportunity in the direction of the current trend. These kinds of trades where we enter in the direction of trends in the pullbacks are considered high probability trades, which means there is high probability that the price will go in the direction that we expect. The exiting point can be color changing of the original super trend, or it can be based on the color changing of the pivot point super trend. This option is suitable if you intend to take more risk and stay in the trend in the hope of catching larger movements of the price, because as I explained, this pivot point super trend is smoother and it doesn't easily change in the pullbacks. Let me close the original super trend and explain some important points here which you must pay attention when using this indicator in practice. These buy sell signals, which are actually at the point of color changing where the candle breaks the line, are not always a sign of reversal and large movements of the price after that. In times that the market go flat like this part or this part, we may have color changing of super trend constantly, or in other cases when we have very deep pullback it may change colors. So it's better to use this indicator more as a guide to direction of the market rather than reversal buy sell signals. Of course it provides good buy sell signals on the reversal points of the market, but these reversal buy sell signals must also be confirmed by your reversal trading strategy so that you can decrease the risk of taking false signals. With this indicator you can also add some other information to your charts. For example, you can show pivot points on your price chart if you need them and you use pivot points in your trading strategy. You can also show pivot point center line, which is useful for early exiting of your positions, and you can also show support and resistance levels on your charts, which are actually built based on pivot points. So in case if you need also these support and resistance levels, you can simply have them by checking this option here in its settings. This newer version of Super Trend, which is built based on pivot points, performs much better than the original version, and it's a perfect tool for identifying trends, trend changes, and it's an ideal choice for trend following strategies where we try to enter in direction of trends. As I explained earlier, you should never use these buy sell signals alone, and any decision on trend reversals must also be confirmed with other tools and aspects of technical analysis. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and leave a comment for me. I'll answer your questions as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications of my new videos. See you guys in next video and good luck with your trading.